Hello and welcome. This is my second live stream. I have chosen today to do Metroid 2 remake. It's a fan remake called Another Metroid 2 Remake, or AM2R for short. Hopefully my audio mixing is better than it was last time I did this. If anybody's watching yet, just let me know. Let's make sure. And Kelly, do you want to try to be my live Twitch stream helper in case? Thank you. Alright, so if anybody's watching, just let me know on Twitch stream if the audio recording, the audio mix is okay, if you need something to be up or down. But yeah, AM2R, it's a remake of one of my absolute favorite games. But before we get into it, I just want to point out my cute little Mario hat. Today is, I just found out, International Gamers Day, so appropriate that I'm doing this today. So happy International Gamers Day, and now I can take off this hat because it's really tight on my head. Alright, so let's get this started. AM2R was a fan project that was done by just a small handful of people, mostly by one guy, and it took the better part of 10 years. Like, I'm talking like months away from being at the 10-year mark for development on this game. Metroid 2 is a story about Samus Aran, the intergalactic bounty hunter, going to the homeworld of the Metroids, SR-388, and learning about the history of them, and also to eradicate them because they pose a massive threat to the galaxy. So we're going to go ahead and do a normal gameplay through. I'm going to do it on normal because I'm CC. So here's the story in the background. I'll let this play through because I know particularly my friend Aaron and his son Miles. Hi guys, if you're watching. Aaron in particular was interested to see this, so I'll let this play through. It's telling a little story of everything up until now. So this was developed from an original Game Boy game on the original Game Boy handheld, which I believe came out in either 1990 or 1991. But it is a much older game that did not look this stunning or sound this stunning. So here we go. I'm gonna try to do this as quick as I can. Hopefully I won't get too lost, because I still haven't gotten this one quite as memorized as I do with Metroid 2, or Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo. But if all goes well, I should be able to finish this in a little under 3 hours, maybe even faster, but we'll see how it goes. Oops. So in case you don't remember, Metroids are those jellyfish-like creatures that they showed in the beginning credits. They're developed on this planet, and they were kidnapped for the first game to become part of some space pirate intergalactic takeover scheme by Mother Brain. And now, because of that incident, we are here to eradicate their entire race. Nice, huh? But there are a couple little things about the Metroids that are different on their homeworld. Apparently, as we will find out later in the text documents that we find scattered throughout this game, they are capable of evolving past their larval form. So what we're about to see here is the first evolutionary state of the Metroid, the Alpha Metroid. Not much of a threat. So you might notice up in the top right corner of my screen, I've got a little counter That's how many Metroids I have left to wipe out in the area. We have a full... Oop, I didn't mean to do that. We have a full Metroid counter at the bottom of our map screen there. So we have 47 total Metroids to destroy. I just destroyed the first, so 46 more to go. Not much of a population for an entire planet of monsters, but whatever. Oops. That can happen. Oops, I should have just gone under there. There's a little hidden tunnel that you can just shrink into the morph ball and go under, but I wasn't thinking. Remember the lava in this area. Oops. By the way, you're going to hear me say oops a lot. Oh, derp. Ah. There we go. Oops. Told ya. And so now we enter the first real area of the game, the Golden Temple, as they called it in this. I don't really know if there were names for areas in the original Metroid 2 like this, simply because they didn't have half of the features that are in this game. This is a vastly expanded game, but it keeps all of the interesting and basic level designs of the areas, just with adding a lot of the new weapons and tools from more modern Metroid games. Gravity suit, charge beam, things like that. Bombs! And there we go. Bombs are going to be ridiculously useful in this game, because as you can see, there's an insane amount of hidden passages throughout this planet, so... Going down first. Oh, that was probably a bad idea. That's alright. Charge beam, an item not found in the original game. I don't remember... Okay, it's not this one. I know that there's a couple of these that have like little extra goodies in them. Oh, hey.
Why do I have a bet that if the sands of time remake is successful, they might break?
Honestly, I would love to see that happen. As far as the chances of it happening, I don't see why not. Rayman's a really popular series nowadays, and a lot of the resources that they have for those more modern games they could use for the older games and just spruce them up. Don't see why not. Alright. There we go. I'm glad to see that my setup is actually working, because I can actually see the Twitch chat on my screen the way that I wanted it to. It took me a while to get this stupid thing set up, because, you know, I'm new at this. Yeah, I don't want to go back that way. Two doors. It's two brothers. Oops. I jumped right into that one. Crud. I got this. Ah, poop. I got this. Not exactly the way I meant to do it, but it worked. Spider ball. We can't get through that way, so I have to go around. Oh. Whoops. Oh. Nah. Keep hitting the wrong buttons at the wrong time. Either that or my controller's being a jerk. And being unresponsive again, which it was doing the other day. Spider Ball! This is a item that is unique to Metroid 2, at least until Metroid Prime 2, I believe it was, where it was reintroduced. But as you can see, it allows you to get a little like glowy film around you, and you can stick to any surface and roll along it, as long as it isn't a damaging surface like spikes or lava or something like that. Nope. And this takes a minute because it's slow crawling with the spider ball. Oops. I thought I'd get him. Oops. Oh! If I had done that right on the first try, I would have said I was showing off, but... oh well. Totally missed. Twice. Oops. That was fun. Oh, turd. I'm pretty sure I may have been forgetting something back there, but I don't remember. We might have to go back. We'll see. And for anyone who would be interested, for example, my buddy Aaron, if he would be interested, I can do a playthrough of this where I go through all of the text messages and all of like the history and stuff. You are being a jerk, man. Work with me here. I'm trying to kill you. Thank you. But yeah, all that planty stuff on the ground there will hurt me as it damages me very slowly and very little, so like I can jump around in it, it won't really do much, but... oops. Oh. The reason I love the charge beam so much is because while you're charging it in this game, any items that are on screen like missiles or extra energy that enemies drop will automatically be pulled towards you if you're close enough. And the range on it is pretty good too, so... oh. Oh! See, as you play, you'll notice that he's dodging some of my shots. They get smarter, and you'll notice also they'll look a little bit different because they're aging. So like you'll have some that are older than others and closer to their next stage of development, which we will eventually see. Also, another little treat about this game that was changed from the original is there used to be like little missile charge stations and little energy charge stations that are going on that you come across throughout the game, and save points would only save. Well, in this one, they save and I don't remember the color patterns anymore. I like you doing this pattern repeatedly. Whoa! And there we go. Mini boss defeated. I feel like I was saying something before that fight started and I kind of lost my train of thought.
You're saying how the same spots for something else as well.
Oh yeah, so save the charging spots throughout the game, energy charge and missile recharge, they no longer exist in this one because the save points just do everything when you use them. So you get a recharge on energy and you get all of your missiles and sub-weapons refilled. So notice now here that lava that was blocking us is now gone, and that is the premise of the game. When you clear out enough Metroids in a specific area, the lava in the planet, for some reason, continues to recede, and you can go deeper and deeper into the core of the planet. Yes, for anyone watching, I know that there was missile stuff that I just missed, but it's very difficult to get at this point in the game. You're supposed to come back with other things in order to do it. It is possible to get both of the missile tanks in the room that I just passed before you get all of the items necessary to do it normally, but it's a wicked pain in the butt, so I'm not going to do it. Same with this one, if I remember correctly. I think you need space jump for that one. Also, this Game Boy game was the game that introduced Samus's space jump, which has become one of her special suits, like staple abilities. And this is one of the things that I love about this game. Surprise! But work with me. I know I'm trying to kill you and all, but and second area of the game, the Hydro Station. And for anyone who played the original Metroid 2 as much as I did, you will definitely recognize the music throughout this game, because it was very painstakingly, lovingly remixed, and I think whoever did it did an amazing job. Sorry, I don't know who to give credit to at the moment. Ugh. Start down here. Another thing I love about the map system in this game, because there was no map system in the original Metroid 2, or original Metroid, when you are in a room that actually contains some sort of item, whether you can see it or not, it shows up on the map as a little open circle. And then once you get the item, it goes to a closed circle. Just a dot, I guess. You know, those closed circles. You are a butt. Thank you. Oops. Oops. There we go. Oh, that's not a bomb spot. The first time I played through this game, I scoured every inch of everything because I was so amazed by the detail and the level of work that went into making this game happen. It's amazing how many hidden areas, extra features, and all, like, really on point for being part of, like, the Metroid universe. It's incredibly well done. Very little. Like, as far as continuity goes, they stick mostly to the basic storyline, but they've added little extra areas and little bits of extra story. Like, there's an entire Federation ship that you can find, because the Federation came here to try to wipe out the Metroids, and you just find, like, the ruins of it, and you find all sorts of interesting stuff there. I won't go too much further into it, but you find a couple, like, little Federation Force outposts, and you get a little bit of history about what they've been trying to do here as well. So I just got the Varia suit, which in the other games it would reduce my damage taken from heat, but there aren't really any super heated areas of SR-388, so it doesn't really matter. Not really included. So it just reduces the damage I take by half. And it looks a lot cooler. By the way, hi Ashes. Thanks for tuning in, man. There's a missile tank over there, or not. By the way, is the audio mix on everything sounding okay? Can you guys hear me okay and the game okay? Am I too loud, too soft? I tried to do it as best I could. Can't do anything here yet. Oh, no worries, man. I can't wait to get high jump. Oh, get in the air! See what I mean about them trying to make it a little bit more difficult to fight, though, because the top of their body is like an armored shell, which again was not something that was actually present as a feature in the original Metroid 2, but something that the developers of this game added in, and I think it's actually a really excellent feature. It just, I don't know, it adds a little bit of interesting challenge to the game that wasn't there before, because before you could just shoot the Metroids wherever, whereas here you kind of have to actually get a bit of a fight out of them. Oh crud, I missed it. Oh. You're bombing the wrong spots. Okay. There we go. It's kind of hard to time. There we go. Wave beam! I actually really like that the wave beam is the first weapon that you get in this game, because normally in most Metroid games the wave beam you don't get until much later in the game, because it's typically a pretty powerful weapon. But in the more modern Metroid games, as you collect weapons, they combine. So like once I get the ice beam, it will be combined with the wave beam and the spacer beam and all the different beams. So like, I can charge it up and shoot 2 wave beams. But the whole point of the wave beam is that it actually goes through physical objects, so I'm not constrained anymore. I don't have to aim so perfectly. Oh, oh, whoops. Yeah, right? You know how long it took me to find this? Let's see if I can do this. I'll try to show off some. I'm actually really proud of myself for doing that. I usually really suck at the bomb jump. I thought this was a brilliant design for this room. Nothing else in here though, so... that doesn't die fast enough for me is a butt. Yes, all of them. I jumped right into that shot. High jump! Life just got so much better. I knew that there was something else in here. Oops. Dang it. Should have gone to the top of the structure first and gotten the spring jump. Or spring ball. Oh, oh well. There we go. I can stop holding my breath. We will get that missile tank eventually, it's just, you have to go an opposite way. Classic Metroid, you can't get, nothing is ever simple. You have to be indirect about everything. A vast majority of the enemies in this game are unique to Metroid 2. They're just reworked from the sprites of the original Metroid 2 to look much more Super Nintendo era style visuals. But a vast majority of the enemies in this game, with the exception of some of the newer mini-bosses like that robot that I fought in the hallway with the spike walls, some of them are unique to this game. But so far, a vast majority of what I've done has just been like larger areas, but with the same type of gameplay. But yeah, so this guy is the guy that would give me the spring ball. They've definitely spruced up his fight, because in the original, where you just had to shoot him with missiles while in the face to get him to die. In this one, you have to shoot him enough to get him to roll up into that ball and attack you, and then you have to bomb him with regular bombs while in the morph ball to get him up onto the wall and hit those electrical outlets up there. And that is what does the real damage. When you get him 3 times, he's dead. There we go. Give me that. Spring ball! So this is probably would have been helpful in that last area I was in, because now I can jump while in the morph ball. Which makes getting out of here a lot easier. Boom! Told you we'd come back and get it. Ugh, I'm just gonna take damage boosts to get through all this crap. Didn't mean to do that. Excuse me. I also just realized I may be thinking of a different area of the game, and I may be wasting my time right now, but hang out with me. Bear with me. Okay, good. I don't... Oops. Let's try that again. The fun thing about the spider ball too, when you're using it, or at least the thing that I think is kind of fun, when you start pushing in a direction to start moving, for example, if you're on a flat plane and you start pressing right, you just have to keep continuing to press in that direction, and it will just continue to roll along the wall. You don't have to change directions while she is changing directions. Yeah, I think I may have just taken the really long, boring way through this part. Sorry, guys. There it is. Dang, sorry, shouldn't have done that. I like it when they work with me like that and they make those fights really easy. Alright, now we can go down here. Oops. Give me that. Alright, so we still have 3 more Metroids in this area, and if I recall, I believe they are all down in this little breeding ground area. Could I ask you to get me a drink? Coke. Thank you. Oops. Oops. It's gonna keep happening. One thing I really like is, this took me forever to figure out the first time playing through. Doesn't that look like it's solid? Doesn't that look like it's something you're not supposed to be able to go through? This is my lovely wife, Kelly.
Looks pretty darn solid.
And I'm not paying attention because, you know, Kelly's there. Thank you. What's really interesting too about the enemies that are in this game is the fourth Metroid game in the series, Metroid Fusion, actually deals heavily with why the Metroids exist on this planet. They were actually created by a race of aliens called the Chozos, because this planet is also home to a biological creature of some sort, a cellular creature, sorry, called the X-Parasite, which takes over and mimics its host. So it's kind of like it kills you and then copies you. Think John Carpenter's The Thing. And the Metroids were actually created by the Chozos to be natural predator, well, I say natural, predators to the X-Parasite because the X-Parasite was such a danger to the galaxy. And now we're in the same boat where the Federation thinks that the Metroids are too big a threat to the galaxy because of the way that Mother Brain and the Space Pirates abused their power. So anyways, Metroid 4 is all about the X-Parasites, and you get to see a lot of the enemies from Metroid 2 redone in that game, and a lot of them look very similar to the enemies in this game. So props to the guys who developed this for doing their research and really making it look just spectacular. Because as you can see on this one, this Alpha Metroid actually has 4 fully visible and usable legs there, which actually is something that will lead into their next developmental stage, which I believe we will be seeing here very shortly. But when they get to this stage, they're a lot faster, they take more hits, they dodge a lot more often, and they charge a lot more often. Like, they're just generally stronger and much more of a difficult fight. Whew. Finally. So that was the last Metroid in this area. Or was it? And now we see the evolution into, I believe this is the Gamma Metroid. Much larger, takes much longer to kill. That electrical blast can totally eat through missiles. And their armored shell is much larger. But you just want to be a jerk to be a jerk. Hey, there we go. Finally got him. So now the counter is down to 0, and hey, there's the earthquake. The earthquake signal that the lava blocking my progress through the planet is receding further. So now I can just, oops, nope, wrong way. I can just head back to where I came from and continue on. Actually, yeah, I need the missiles. So all of the areas that you go through in this game, just for a little bit more history on the game, they are remnants of the Chozo race. They colonized a lot of different planets. They were a very peaceful race, and the Metroids were actually one of the few times they ever actually really intervened in the natural order of life on a planet, because they deemed the X-parasites too dangerous. So they created the Metroids to keep the X-parasites in check. But these are all old Chozo ruins that we're going through, and Samus herself was actually raised by one of the last few remaining Chozos, and her suit is actually their technology. It's designed to make her a little bit more durable like they are. They have these bird-like shelled bodies that are armored, and so this is to make her a little bit more powerful, and it's designed by them specifically for her. It actually matches to her genetic structure and has biological components that attach to her. So it's basically like a living exoskeleton that was made specifically for her. Alright, coming up on the third area. Get a lot of fun toys in this area that were not in the original Metroid 2, such as... I won't spoil it if you don't know what's coming. You'll see when we get there. Oops, too soon. Keep forgetting I have the spring ball. Oh, poo. So I have this game set up so that my L button aims upward and my R button aims down at an angle. And I, on a very regular basis, accidentally, when I'm facing one direction, push. If I'm facing left, I try to push R to, or L to aim up, but if I'm facing right, I also press R to aim down, or try to aim up. I'm gonna stop. You get it. Space jump! So here is an added mini-boss. Normally when you get the space jump, this does not happen. But they had to get the chorizo robot security droid in here somehow. This thing was introduced in Super Metroid, but was not nearly this difficult, actually. And fight over. Or is it? So, in the original chorizo, I don't know why they're called them chorizos, it just makes it sound like something from Taco Bell. I was gonna say, I don't think so. No, you were just thinking of a delicious. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I wish I'd killed those things sooner! There we go. Yes, chorizo is a meat, and I don't know why they named it that, but there we go. At least I think that's what it was called. Chorizo? Yeah, something like that. I could really look it up for you in my little, because on here you actually have your power suit, you have a bunch of intel mission log, which is a lot of the stuff that's scanned that I haven't done anything with yet, so like information on the Alpha Metroid, Gamma Metroid, all that stuff. So this is where a lot of the information comes from the game, is these little mission dialogues that you get throughout the game. So when it pops up and says new log entry like that, we're in the industrial complex. So that brings up something that you can go there, then go read and learn a little bit about the area, about why it's here, how it affects the Metroids, so on and so forth. Hey, buddy! It's alright, I'll take the damage. Ah, I had him in a good loop there. Will you just die? There we go. This way first. I don't honestly remember if I should go this way first. I'm just picking. Like I said, I haven't played this one through as many times as I've played through a lot of the other ones, and actually I do think I need to go to the other way now that I'm thinking about it. So I don't quite have it memorized as well. And in this room, I'm just going to avoid as many enemies as I can because it's just easier that way at the moment until I get the item that's at the end of this hallway. There's your hint as to what it is. Speed booster! So now I can go super speed. I can do speed jumps, power charges, all sorts of fun stuff. So, first things first. There are some parts of it that I did get memorized pretty decently, I think. Actually, that was a bad idea. There it is. So this is an example of a shine spark jump. When you press down while you're doing super speed, you charge the energy, and then you can use it to jump in almost any direction. Eat it! I don't want to bother with you. This is another room that I'm not going to mess with the enemies in because, good lord, they're obnoxious. Okay. Oh, you just die already. Jerk. Oh, that was not what I meant to do. That does illustrate, though, one of the neat features of this game is that a lot of the machines are not invulnerable to heat like that. So if the machines go into the lava, they will receive damage. Oh, double poo. Triple poo. Time for another really big area that was not in the original Metroid 2. At this point, I've taken control of this little gyro, and I'm picking up an item from Super Metroid called the Super Missile, which does, I believe, it's like 5 times the amount of damage of a normal missile. But there are also specific blocks that will only blow up when you use a Super Missile. So I need to open this path in order to get to the next area, but I don't have super missiles yet, so I have to do it this way. It's a nice little additional puzzle that I thought was actually really well done and interesting and very well conceived. And then I mess it up. That actually worked better than I expected it to. Good enough. So now I've cleared enough of the path that I should be able to get through into that little drop there. Oh, I forgot. Can't get past the glowing green crystals until I get my super missiles. So, like I said before, super missiles weren't in the original Metroid 2, and they added them into this one just to be able to have a wider variety of puzzles and whatnot. No, unfortunately, because to be completely honest, this game was slapped with a copyright cease and desist, so they had to remove it shortly after they released it. Which, you know, that's a bit of a bummer, but I was able to get it before it was removed, and I mean, it's been updated a couple times, I think, by like the fan community, but it's very difficult to come across anymore. Taking it. Man, I could really use a save point and some health. Yeah, stay out of the lava. Mess that up. Let's try again. Running on E here, guys. Going back for purpose, for reasons. Oh my word, will you just die? This is why. The more super missiles, the better. You don't get very many in this game. You end up only being able to get a maximum of 20 of them, which I will not be doing in this playthrough because that makes it take way too freaking long. But the extra damage that they do against some enemies, like the Gamma Metroids and then later Metroids, is just, you need it. It helps so much. Come here, buddy. Actually, you know what? There is a save point down there. I'm gonna go hit that up real quick because I need health. I missed that save point. Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm gonna do it anyways. I just don't want to risk dying. That's why it sucks going to this save point, because I have to go back a different way. Metroid shell. That's one thing that they did in the Game Boy version, is when you were coming up on a Metroid, you would actually come across their shell, because there are none of the original versions of Metroids in this game, wink wink. Eat it! Another energy tank. More health is always appreciated. I'm not even gonna bother. You take too long. Hurt me. Just double checking. Alright, I think we're ready to move on. That was another feature that they added to this game that wasn't in the original Metroid 2, was if you have to be running when you're moving, or jump when you're moving in order to initiate a spin jump in the original Metroid 2. But in this one, if you're hit and you start falling normally, or you jump straight and you just have your straight jump, you can press the jump button again to initiate a spin jump mid-air, so you can go back to doing things like the screw attack or the space jump. Which also, yes, there is an ability that Samus gets later on in the game called the screw attack. Spazer! Now I can shoot 3 beams! And everything dies so much easier now. Messed that up, but it's alright. You changed. Alright. Ah, gotcha. Thank you for taking care of that. So Gamma Metroids with super missiles, if I can act... Oh, too late now. They usually, I think they take like 2 hits with super missiles in order to kill them, as opposed to like 10 with regular missiles. I think it's 10, it might be more. Oh, you're such a jerk. messing up my chances to shine, spark, jump, and make things go faster. Yes. So you may have noticed that there was a green door over there that requires a super missile to get into, which I do have, but right behind it there's a wall that, if I remember correctly, it takes the screw attack to get through, so I wasn't going to bother wasting my time going through there and having to come back disappointed. Refill on everything. New area. Metroid breeding grounds. 2 super missiles when you actually hit them. I know I shot 3, but I missed with the second one. Oh, you guys. This is... oh, that's what the Gamma Metroid does with his charge attack too, which is a cool new feature. Oh, you butt. This area of the game I thought was done really well, because this is, oh, I see I have another question here. Hold on a second. I'm a little hurt that you would even suggest either of those people. Rosie O'Donnell or Ellen DeGeneres as Samus Aran. That kind of made me have a stomach ache. But this area is the Metroid breeding ground. When you read the little history text about it, it says it's got like the ideal climate for them to actually breed. So there are a number of Metroids in this area. But your Rosie O'Donnell question distracted me, Ashes. That was not okay. I'm just trying to picture that. Like, it was just wrong on so many levels. Alright. Continuing downward. And I know one of the things I was going to point out that they added in this version of the game that I'm sure you've noticed a little bit of is that as we continue downward, everything continues to get darker. Oh, you're such a butt. Oh! I keep getting terrible aim with that. just... Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Oh. I gotta show this one. This is gonna take an extra minute for me to do, but just to show the absurdity of some of the things you have to do in order to get all 100% of the items in this game. So here, there's a hidden block that I searched for probably a good half hour to find. It takes you down into this little maze, drops you down here so you can remove that wall. After doing that, that wall is permanently gone, so you can come back up here to charge up a shine spark and try to get down here. Oh, nope, messed that up. Let's try that again. Oh my word. There we go. So you charge up a shine spark, so speed up, drop down. You have to get over here fast enough to use this speed boost to break that wall to get that super missile. And that's not even the worst thing you have to do in the game. Thinking. Not very well. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Metroid shell. So, here it is. Earthquake! That means the lava is lowering and we can go to another area. I guess it kind of sounds like relaxation music a little bit. I kind of see it as more like unexplored alien planet, but that's also just me kind of buying into it. Oops, forgot. Shoot through. Backtracking. That is a sad truth about this game, actually, because of the way it's designed, where that lava is in the main area where you have to continue on. It does get a little bit repetitive with the backtracking, because you do have to kind of go back through everything. Ocarina of Time, Secret of Mana, Chrono Trigger, most of the Final Fantasy games, 10 and before. Yeah, I love those. I love the music of those games. but I do enjoy the atmospheric music of this game as well. Cute name there, by the way, Mom. If I remember correctly, I think I might be coming up on one of the new areas that was added to this game and designed by the creators, not actually done in one of the Nintendo remake versions. Yep. I will be backtracking to here later, because that elevator will become useful when I get power bombs. Super missiles! What? 2 at once? How are neither of you dead yet? There we go, there's one. There we go, there's 2. Lava! Oh, poo. Get. But wait, the lava didn't go down. It did, just in a different area, which requires more backtracking. I'm sensing a theme in this game. I don't know, I think this game might be a little scary for my nephew Carter. Just because it's got like alien monsters and stuff in it. But I guess he's seen Star Wars. Yet another new area added to AM2R that was not in the original. This is a cool little mining area where you get to solve a couple new puzzles trying to get through. Oops. So, hop in as the morph ball, and bada bing, bada bang, you're drilling. I don't know how that makes sense, because I'm not sure if Federation soldiers can compress their bodies into a little ball like Samus can. Again, took me forever to find that stupid little path. Now we can continue. I'm sure you guys are really enjoying hearing me burp. Sorry about that. Coming up here in just a second is actually the first example of Samus's new scan ability, which they made for this game. You'll come across some things like, oh, look, it's a corpse. If you stand next to it, it'll scan whatever it is and bring up, for example, this is one of the Trooper LO95's, I guess, personal log, and it just different takes on everything that's going on. It's really interesting the way that they designed this stuff. Ugh, okay. Shortcutting this. Nope. Try again. Those things stop you midair and make it very difficult to do anything as far as the space jump. And come on. Oops. So, you have to time your jumps pretty decently and specifically when you're doing the space jump, so when you come across those pains in the butt guys, it can be very frustrating to try to get through. And here's going to be a battle with them in my face. Thank goodness I had enough super missiles. So those two Metroids obviously did not exist in the original Metroid 2, nor did this entire area. But I think there was actually an area that was very similar to this. As far as fighting those two Metroids goes, there wasn't any kind of like mine or anything. But to be fair, I haven't played through Metroid 2 and the original Metroid 2 in probably a good 10 years. Whenever it was released on the Game Boy or the 3DS in the Virtual Console library, that was the last time I played it. So close. Yes, I'm still going the right way. I had a moment of, wait, have I gone back too far? No, we're good. Go away. Not you. It's around here somewhere. There it is. So that enemy is now dead. Stuff I searched forever for. Music just makes me want to, like, groove. Oh, die already. Pooh. Let's try this again. No. Again, gonna skip some enemies here. Those guys that are chasing me, Their armored shells make them very difficult to hit until we get the next laser weapon upgrade. New area, the tower. Again, a lot of the design choices were the new developer's choice. These were all just open areas in the original Metroid 2. They didn't really have like names or any kind of real history. You were just going through open areas on an alien planet killing Metroids. One thing I do find really amusing about this game is the liberal use of like Samus's morph ball ability here, which, as far as I know, is unique to her suit. I could be wrong, I don't know. But there's a lot of technology that's based on this weird morph ball suit that she uses. For example, this ship that we're in that does not have any power, we use her morph ball ability here to power the ship for some reason. I'm not really concerned that I'm going to die. I just save out of habit and just to make sure all of my resources are topped off. Because there's such a small count of the super missiles, I like to make sure that I'm loaded and ready to go. Ooh, timed that wrong. Timed that wrong. I got hit by every one of those. Good job. Ugh, this boss. I can't tell you how many times the first time I played this game I died fighting this guy. He is such a pain in the butt. So basically you have to break off all of his shields and then get to the core, which is that red center part, which I am currently trying to destroy. There we go. I learned better strategies for fighting him than the first dozen times he killed me. Oh my, how are you not dead, man? Yes, please! Plasma beams can pierce enemies. So just like the wave beam allowed my shots to go through solid objects before, now my shots will actually travel through enemies as well, allowing me to hit multiple enemies with a single blast beam. Metroid shell, which means... Oh! New member of the Metroid family. Yeah, the evolutions that they actually show for the Zeta Metroids, and even when we get to the next evolutionary state, they're just so freaking fantastic. Ugh. Ugh, I'm not doing well in that fight. I learned all of the paths and stuff just by playing through. Obviously, there are plenty of guides and maps and stuff out there for games like this. And I won't lie, there were probably a couple power-ups that I looked up where to find them in some sort of like walkthrough or something, but for the most part, on my initial playthrough, I did everything just to experience it first time myself, you know? Ugh. Stupid acid. Poop on you. So we're doing pretty good so far. I honestly have no idea how long we've been going here yet. Hour and 32 minutes, so yeah, we're doing alright so far. If I can actually hit you... I used 8 super missiles and missed with all but one. Refill my super missiles. Yes. Well, no. Yes? I don't want to spoil it for anybody that doesn't know, but no. Hey, I didn't get hit once. I'm actually pretty proud of that little accomplishment right there. I did it again! That is hilarious. Big Chozo statue in the background. I thought that was a cool touch. Oops. 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 Oh, you jerk. Whew. Okay, so 2 more Metroids in this area. Whoa, that was close. wish I had more super missiles. And of course I fired the wrong freaking way. You know what? I might come back and redo this fight. I hate doing that, but I would rather not die, especially since I've killed at least 2 Metroids since the last time I saved. I'm also going to go and kill a different Metroid first. Damn it. I killed you. This. Trying to remember where the path is through this little maze. Helpful. Forget about it. Alright, give me a second to glance at this here. I did miss a passage over there. I'm such a dummy. Sorry. You must have just missed it. Obviously. There it is. That was what I missed both times before. Another Zeta Metroid. You can always kind of tell because the layout is kind of required in order to fight these Metroids. Alright, now I want to go fight the other one, and the reason I did it this way is because I want to be on the other side of the tower after I kill this last one for when the lava lowers, because there's a new area to the game that I can go to. New as in it wasn't in the original. Alright, now I'm gonna kill this guy. I'll kill him right. about the butt. Yes! No more Metroids in this area. Earthquake signaling lava flow. We'll be getting that later. Alright, and actually, as long as everyone is comfortable, I'm going to take a short break. Give me about 5 minutes. I just need to pop off and nature calls and all that jazz. So I will be back very shortly to continue this run. And I'm back. Sorry about the delay. Alright, so where were we? Ah, yes. One of my favorite new parts of the game. This is the power cell to the entire tower that we're in. Well, leading down to the power cell. I didn't mean to fall out yet. Give me that. Yeah, forget you guys. Go away! The upcoming part does kind of make me laugh, though, and I'll explain why when we get there. That door leads nowhere yet. We will be coming back in a few minutes. So here's the power cell, and oh look! Hush, Roxy. Shh. Power bombs! Roxy says hi, everybody. So here's what makes me laugh about this room. You can't get out. Who designs this room this way? So you have to drop a power bomb, blow through the floor, and damage the power cell, which then goes into overheating and possibly blowing up and destroying everything. So we gotta get out of here before time runs out. Whoops, that was not what I meant to do. There we go. Not gonna wait. I know I could use the energy. Well, no, I'm doing pretty good. That door we can't go through now, but this door we can. Hey, blah, 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 blah. Oh. Just what I need. Now I'm starting to worry because I messed up. I might not make it out of here on time. We'll see. That door blew up, so now we have to go through a new door. Ooh, forget about it. Ah, so close. That was what I was saving that power bomb for, BT dubs, in case anybody was wondering why I wasn't using it earlier. Ah, so close. I haven't breathed in about 10 seconds now. And there it goes. Get used to the annoying low health noise for a couple of minutes. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, that's why I should have gone and gotten more power bombs first, because this is going to take forever this way. Excuse me. It's funny, wearing headphones while playing this, I just now noticed that when you're in the morph ball with the spider ball attachment going, you can actually hear a little like faint energy noise. It's kind of cool. Power bombs! Alright, at this point I'm going to do an optional backtracking. You don't have to go and do this, but it is a new area in the game, so I am going to do it just because it wasn't in the original, and it is a pretty cool addition to the SR388 world. Excuse me. Whoops. Okay, that saved me. There. I'll poo on you. That wasn't what I meant to do. Okay, good. Alright, so remember this area. This was where we came and fought two Metroids at once. Well, if you use the power bombs here, it activates the elevator and clears the shaft upward. Now this is an entirely new area that was not in the original, this area is just kind of like an additional part of the story that actually ties in really well and I think was incredibly creative and awesome. So we're on the surface of SR-388, which in the original game only happens twice, at the beginning and at the end. Over here... Oops, that was dumb of me. Let's try this again. There we go. Make this a quick trip. That is, if I remember correctly, I think that's another Federation Force ship, but it might be a space pirate ship. Space pirates are the main enemies from the original Metroid. They're the army of the Mother Brain. Oh, well, I guess I should explain a little bit. So, like, you come through here, this ship is ruined, everything's gone. You read a lot of information that the soldiers left behind, that the Metroids were too much for them to handle, and that their suits don't have the same capabilities as Samus Aran's suits. But then you also come across these computer consoles, and when you scan them, they talk about the actual genetic structure of the Metroids, explaining that only on SR-388, because of the properties of the actual atmosphere, the planet, Metroids cannot continue past their larval stage outside of their home planet. So that's why in all the other Metroid games you only see the larval state, whereas here you, spoiler alert, almost never see the larval state. But yeah, you just, like, these are all the suits and corpses of all of the Federation Force people who came here to try to eradicate the Metroids before Samus. So we came all this way solely for an extra energy tank and a couple extra power bomb expansions, and to fight this little mini boss. This is a new enemy, the Genesis. Don't know a ton about it if I'm being completely honest, but it's a bit of a pain in the butt enemy. Mainly for that. What? Finally. That and he hits like a Mack truck. Alright. So that was this cool little detour, this little extra area in AM2R. We'll go in here real quick just so you can get the full experience. Oh, it's the bridge! How cool! Oh look, it's a dead guy whose journal we can scan. And on we go. And believe it or not, we are closing in on the end of the game. I think we've only got 2, maybe 3 more areas to clear out of Metroids before we're into the final area. Okie dokie. Who on you? Do a quick one of these real quick, just to be safe. And refill everything. And now we're finally into newer areas of the game again. And unless I really wanted to, which I'm not going to because it will extend the gameplay of this way too long, there are a lot of... there's an area coming up here that's like a little hub, that's like a fast travel that takes you back to secret areas in earlier parts of the game. But it gets you like super missiles and energy tank and power bombs and extra missiles and stuff. But I'm already pretty solid for getting through the rest of the game, so I'm not going to bother with it just because it would add roughly a half hour to 45 minutes of time for me to get through all of that. So now we're at the distribution center. I like this place because it's similar enough to the original area, but there were no water areas in the original Metroid 2. There was also no gravity suit, but obviously since there's water and water physics in a Metroid game, they're going to have the gravity suit. So we will be getting that here in just a little bit. We are going to get the most important weapon in the game in this area as well. The Ice Beam, which is the only way to actually destroy the Metroids in their larval form, because explosives are ineffective against their weird hides. Unless you freeze their bodies first. They're very susceptible to cold. Ugh, I hate those things. And that's why. Okay. For a second there, I was like, is that a platform down? That shouldn't be there. If I'm being 100% honest, I have no idea what that did. Other than... oh wait, no, that's what causes the little blue orbs to be scattered throughout the world now. So... now we can go and do some backtracking if I really wanted to, which I don't. Jiminy Christmas. Those blue orbs are scattered all over the planet now, and they actually give you the ability to unlock doors that we couldn't get through before. I actually only ended up passing one earlier. I didn't point it out because I already figured I wasn't going to be doing that part of the game anyways. But basically you can backtrack to all of the areas in the game and use these little blue orbs to throw them into these Chozo statues, which then power certain gray doors, and you can open them. They also do lots of damage to electrical devices, like so. And your weapons and systems of your suit will not function at all if you get caught in one of those blasts. You can't use missiles, lasers, nothing. Oh, poop. Actually, I'm gonna hit up that save point. I just realized how low my health is, because those little exploding mines that I was hitting there, they damage for a lot. Ugh, this is one of the worst Zeta fights in the game. And that's why. Ugh, I hate those things. Good Lord. Finally. Okay, so that fight is finally over. Thank goodness. Fast travel! To the same area. Well, I didn't mean to do that. This is gonna hurt. Oh, thank goodness for that. Took me a long time to figure this out too, because that weird jellyfish-like monster thing there, you can only kill if you have ice beam. On occasion, my eyes get kind of strange, but it doesn't happen that often anymore. Usually if I sit down and play for super long periods of time, not that, you know, 3 hours isn't a long time, but doesn't happen as often as it used to, but every once in a while I'll get into a game and kind of lose track of myself. I actually am now questioning if I'm going the right way. Excuse me, I believe I am, so I'm going to keep on keeping on. did. That is the worst. Yep, I went the wrong way. So now we gotta backtrack again. Ugh, I gotta go through this room again. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so mad at myself for that. Didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. Alright, so let's try... 5 at once. Five Metroids at once. It's my magic trick. Thinking. Alright. That all opened up this door. Run! Screw attack! Which, in my opinion, looks super awesome in this game. That's that spin attack that's going on right now with the electricity. It's the screw attack. See how useful this is? Alright, now... Think. Oh yeah, that's another thing that's funny about the screw attack. It can go through almost anything except power bomb or bomb walls and like missile and super missile walls. So here's the fast travel station for the game where you can use these little transfer tubes to go back to earlier parts of the game. I'm not going to be going back to all of the earlier parts of the game. I'm just going to go through this little area here because this is a new area that we need to go through. And as you can see, these little dead zone areas remove all of my weapons and abilities from working. Which makes this room a bit of a challenge. Unless you know what you're doing. And now this is probably one of my favorite parts of the remake right here. We're about to get the gravity suit, but not in the normal way where we just grab an item. Instead, there's this entire station set up here that we get the upgrade through. And I just love the custom animation for this. Oh, so cool. Gravity suit. Liquid friction eliminated. Improved defense. Our defense is now up by a total of 75%, I believe. And these little zones no longer affect us. Wait a moment. Huh. Good for future reference. New fast travel area. Or was this the original? Nope, this is a new one because this takes us underwater, which no longer has any resistance or drag. Yay, more power bombs. I believe, yes. Okay, so now we can go do this now that I have the gravity suit. Just went too soon before. Oh, you jerk. Goodness gracious. Red doors typically contain items, and now we have the ice beam. So now we can do cool stuff like this. Freeze enemies and blow them up with missiles. Another thing that I really appreciate about this remake that actually is unique to the side-scroller Metroid games in the sense they really focused on the ice physics in the game. So if you freeze an enemy, say, underwater, they will float until they hit the ceiling and just bob there. Some enemies are so weak that when they hit the ceiling, it'll just crush them. There we go. Alright. Going the wrong way. What a surprise. He's just getting hit repeatedly. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh no, I don't have any power bombs. Oh well. Kind of sucks because that was the last energy tank, but life goes on. Man, I can't believe I guessed that right on the first try. think of the best way to get out of here quickly. And actually, it'll be this way. Dope. Check this out. Oh. Let's try that again without enemies ambushing me. Excuse me, goodness. Remember correctly, I think it's right here? Oh, I was one away. Oh well. It's just a missile tank, I'm not gonna bother with it. I want to finish up, and we are almost there. Oops, that was the path we were supposed to go down. Alright. Oops. Wish I'd stop by a save point. Use some power bombs. Hey, speak of the devil. Again, I searched a lot of this, so there are some items that, because of their difficulty to obtain and the absurdity of them, I remembered them pretty well. Oh my gosh. One of the coolest little interludes of the game here. So we're going to go in a bit of a circle a couple times here, because this is the area where they introduce the last phase of the Metroid's evolution, unless that Metroid were going to become a queen, but there's only one Queen Metroid. So first, deal with the little guy. There we go. Earthquake. That means lava's moving so we can continue onward, right? What? We're blocked in here? How can this be? One Metroid detected in the same area we're in. All right. Now listen carefully, because this is something that's kind of cool. Hear that gunfire? Welcome to the Omega stage of the Metroid. Ow. While they're devastatingly powerful, they're actually a lot easier to defeat than the Zeta Metroids, in my opinion. And for those of you keeping track at home, we are down to our last 4 Metroids. So I should be coming up on the end here, probably in the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Restock. Oh, poo. Don't need it. I don't know how Samus does it. I would be so claustrophobic going through caves like this. Good thing she's a fictional character. Shortcut! There's nothing in those areas anyways, so I'm not backtracking. Alright. Save real quick, because this area is going to be fairly quick. There are only 3 Omega Metroids. I'm going to save the one to my left here towards the bottom of this shaft for last, because that one will actually be the one that has the path that leads us to the end game area, which we are almost to. Omega Metroid! to use regular missiles. Well, you guys might actually see me die here. I'm messing up like crazy on this fight. Whew! That was way too close for comfort, and that's what I get for being like, ah, this would be easy. Normally I wouldn't come back to this save point, but with the fact that I just lost almost all of my energy means, oh man, I have to play it safe. I don't want to die. So, climbing back up again. It's times like these when I wish I could charge a Shine Spark. Alright. Omega Metroid number 3. There are only 4 Omega Metroids in the entire game. But alright, see, usually that's how it's supposed to go. These little guys are great for dropping super missiles, so I don't have to go back down to the save point all the way. Already back full up on super missiles, so I'm good to go. I have to admit, this is a lot easier if you get more of the super missile expansions. Having 10 isn't so bad for these fights, but it still makes it pretty challenging. And I don't know if you noticed, but this Omega Metroid has a unique sprite because it's supposed to be the biggest and the oldest of the Omegas. Oop. Alright, for those of you counting at home, we are down to our last Metroid on the count. Queenie! Here we come. So this area would have been full of lava a couple seconds ago. It is no longer. And just because it's one of the last, I think, 2 save points in the game, Go ahead and stop here. Get a full recharge on. This area kind of sucks because these waterfalls you kind of follow all the way up, and if you make a mistake and step in some of the water in the higher areas, it will literally just drop you through the floor into those lower areas again, and you'll have to climb back up just like this. So it's best to stay out of the watery areas. Actually, to be 100% honest, I'm not sure that that's true, that translated through to AM2R, because I remember that was in the original Metroid, but I'm not sure if it was a part of this one. Almost there. Good lord. Lots of spelunking in Metroid 2. And here we are, endgame. This is the last area of the game. Scanning? Oh, what is this language? Unknown. Translation in progress. An egg. And all of a sudden, 9 more Metroids. So here at the very end, we finally get to see the larval stage of the Metroid, which I'm not going to give them the opportunity to mess me up, because they are a bit of a pain in the butt. So I know where all of them are located, and I'm just going to eradicate them very quickly. Oh! Love it when that happens. So yeah, once the Metroids attach themselves to you, the only way to get them off is to use a bomb or to leave the room. And if you use a bomb, you gotta be really quick about making sure you freeze them right after the fact, otherwise they will just keep attaching themselves and wreck you. So, 1. And 2. So now we're down to the last Metroid again. And it doesn't sound happy. Queen Metroid! Final battle of the game. Get ready, here we go. For fans of the original Metroid 2, you'll notice several big changes in this version. I'm getting a phone call at a very bad time. Don't know who would be calling me. Oops. Oops. Phase 2. In the original Metroid, the fight would end here, or I'm sorry, original Metroid 2, the fight would end here, but this is AM2R, so we're gonna just spread it out just a little bit, give you a little more love. Doesn't seem like it's ever going to end, does it? Acid spit super sucks. I feel like even then it would probably kind of suck. Alright, here it is. Final part of this fight. I kept saying, trying to say final phase of this fight, but it wasn't coming out right. So now I'm stuck in a corner. And I really liked the animation for this. Oh no, I'm trapped in her mouth. Oh no, she's swallowing me. Guess we just laid a power bomb. Gross. Well, that's the last Metroid killed, so let's head off to the surface of the planet and get out of here. But wait, the egg. And now we have this adorable little baby Metroid. But it's not attacking us, and the reason being, according to the explanation of the story and the history, is that because Samus is the first creature that it actually sees and comes in contact with, it imprints on her. And so this little baby Metroid thinks that Samus here is its mother. So it is going to clear out this path of this weird crystallized whatever this is. And this tunnel should take us back to the surface of the planet. It got stuck. Let's try this again. That kind of stunk. But at least I'm not like trying to do like world record speed run or anything like that. So here we are coming up on the end. We're to the surface of the planet. I just gotta get up here and get back to my ship and take off, and that will be time for the game. Time. So that was another Metroid 2, fan-made remake of the original Metroid 2 for the original Game Boy. Again, I have to double check it, I can't remember exactly, but I believe it was released in like 1990 or 1991. This game was completed in 2017, I believe? Excuse me, just gotta stretch. But yeah, there you go. That's Metroid 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anybody who might still be here with me after 3 hours, but that was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is absolutely one of my favorite newer games. I'm really bummed it's not like an official game, because Nintendo did eventually release a remake of Metroid 2 called Metroid Samus Returns, which was a play off of the original title, Metroid 2 The Return of Samus. And it was okay. I just felt like it got a little too flashy, and a lot of like kill moves and whatnot for fighting Metroids became too cinematic, and felt like there was very little control over actually doing a lot of damage, and it gets into a lot of dumb stuff. I just felt like this fan-made version was much better than their remake of Metroid 2. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Like I said, the Metroid Return of Samus was definitely a good game. It's just, I found this one to be much more entertaining. There was a lot more love, I feel like, went into this one. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. And thank you for sticking around with me, if you did. Oh, and that's another thing. This game was released the year former Nintendo president Satoru Iwata passed away, so they dedicated this game to him. But I thought that was pretty sweet. But there you go. I finished AM2R. Because I'm over 2 hours on the time limit, I got the second best ending, which shows this little picture here. And then just as kind of a little throwback to Super Metroid, there's this.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
So, thank you for joining me today. That was the end of my stream, and I hope you guys join me for my next one. Take care and have a good evening.